how much to drop in. Says your e-bike has been detected moving abnormally. Please check e-bike status. Right to your phone. That is cool.
Come on.
I'm starting in 0 in the middle of the long incline on the loop that I take these bikes on. And guys, I gotta tell you, I told you this bike was coming. ENGWE makes what I consider to be probably the best folding bike you can buy. And this is right up there with that one. And when they reached back out to me after I reviewed that bike and said, hey, actually they reached out to me while I was reviewing that bike and said, hey, we have another one. It happens to be our #1 selling bike in Europe, and we'd love for you to review it. It's a step-through folding bike, kind of a street cruiser. I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And I gotta tell you right now, this is the smoothest riding step-through e-bike. This is probably the smoothest riding e-bike I've ridden. With the 20 by 4 inch hippo skin street tires that are on this bike, it grabs the road and keeps you there. Now, so you're not gonna be riding this off-road. I mean, you could probably take it down to some dirt roads, some hard pan, things like that, but you're not gonna be riding this in the loose gravel and big rocks and things like that. This is a street cruiser, and it's zippy, and it gets in and out of anything. I mean, look at this, on the sidewalk, just, I'm excited, this bike is cool. But, much like we reviewed the other one, we are going to put this one through the motions just as well. So we're going to the big hill. It's got some takeoff. And you gotta check the screen out on this thing. We are back to unlocking bikes in the kitchen. All right, to unlock this bike, to take it from 20 miles an hour to 28 miles an hour, you're going to hold the plus and minus button down. It's gonna take you into the menu. And then you're gonna hold the plus button down for like 5 or 10 seconds. And then it's going to take you to there, and then you're going to hit the negative button. It's going to take you to 28. And there you are, 28 miles an hour, and then you hold the I button down to save. Done. Back to the main menu. You are now unlocked, and I love the multiple colors on their display. They even have background colors you probably can't see on the camera, blues and reds and greens. I just love everything about it. It's kind of like a display over a confetti pattern. That's what's so cool. That's just one of the things that's so cool about this bike, is just the attention to detail and the things that they add to it. And I'm going to show you one more thing before we head out on a ride. This is what they call a flash charger. This is an 8 amp charger. This is a 15 amp hour battery. This will charge the bike from 0 to full in less than 2 hours. ENGWE is the only company I know that's doing this right now. There might be others, I don't know, but that is absolutely amazing. But we got a lot of other amazing features to go over, so back to the ride. All right, we're coming to the bottom. We're gonna be going, I'm gonna try to hit it 20 miles an hour. According to the readout, it says I'm going 26. I gotta slow down so we can hit the brakes right here and see how we do. Grab them. That's 20 miles an hour right there. Let's see how our skid mark looks. That's it right there. It's not even 20 feet long at 20 miles an hour. Oh my God, the brakes. And when I pulled them, the way it stopped me like that without the surge forward, which was really something I wasn't expecting. The brakes on this bike are freaking awesome. That's crazy. Huh. ENGWE builds a powerful machine. Yeep. Check this out. This bike has GPS built into it. So if somebody steals your bike, you can click Find My Bike on the app. Look, right at the park I'm at right there, shows exactly where I am. You can find your bike anywhere. If somebody picks it up, throws it in their truck, and just thinks they got away with something, now you know how to go get it. When I tell you that this bike has everything, this bike has everything. It has the dual-sided chain ring so that the chain doesn't come off while you're riding. It has full suspension front and back. We got a rear air shock. We got front suspension forks with preload and lockout. You got 7 gears on the Shimano cassette. You have an Altus derailleur, ergonomic bolted on grips, which I love. It has a really, really cool looking control panel. Full folding handlebars that you can raise up and down. And has something I wish all folding bikes would do, and they don't seem to grasp it, is put a nice big wide seat on your folding bike so it's comfortable to ride. It's just unbelievable to me that ENGWE is the one that does it, because these seats on these bikes are super, super wide, super, super comfortable. I have mine tilted back a little more than I like it, so I'll have to adjust that later, but that's my fault when I put it together. It has these awesome 20 by 3 inch fat tires in the front that are 100% made for the street. And they grip the street really, really well when you're riding it. Explore a New Way is written on the bike, and that's exactly what they're doing. They even have plastic fenders on this thing. I hate metal fenders. They put plastic ones on it. It's the way to go. The 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery that's built into the frame. Every attention to detail was thought about when they built this bike. Now I threw a bag on the back because I have water in there and I have camera gear and things like that, but it comes with the rack back there, which is perfect. I think that if bikes don't come with racks, it makes it harder for me to make videos, but I love the fact that I have a rack. And of course it has headlight, tail light on it. It doesn't have turn signals. Neither did the last bike I reviewed for them. And it really, really would be cool if it did, but you know, it is what it is. So I want you to check it out for a second. I have the power turned off to the bike. So I'm at some little cafe. I got my bike sitting out front. I forgot my lock. I don't have it locked up. It's just sitting in front of the window. Somebody comes up and decides to take my bike. Alarm goes off. But that's not even, that's just part of how cool this is. Check this out. What's super cool is they send you a notification. It says, your e-bike has been detected moving abnormally. Please check e-bike status. Right to your phone. That is cool. And of course, the 750 watt rear hub motor that powers this rocket peaks out at 1500 watts. Hopefully that 1500 watts will race me up this hill. We are in pedal assist 5. I'm in gear number 3 on the shifter. And we're gonna head up this hill and see how much I have to pedal, if I have to pedal at all. We're hitting it at 16, 17 miles an hour at the base, but we are gonna drop because this is a big hill. And I am a heavy guy. So we're gonna help it. Oh my God, look at that. That's crazy how easy it is to pedal this bike. Yeah, if you hold the throttle, gear 3, and help the bike up, it is so easy to pedal. Wow. That is just gear number 4 now, to get a little exercise out of it while I'm doing it. 10 miles an hour to the top of the hill, stop pedaling, and it starts accelerating on its own. 11 on GPS. And look, GPS and the readout are pretty much within a mile of each other. Readouts always say you're going a little bit faster than what you really are. 12. Only takes about a second to catch up. I wanted to fly my drone today, and the powers that be said, who do you think you are? Right? So, I actually have my drone in my bag, but it's pretty much dormant for this ride, which really sucks because this is one of the coolest folding bikes that I have ever tested. And this is coming off of testing their other folding bike that the EP 2.0. I'm really battling over which one I like better. I like the step through factor on this bike, the low step through. I'm older, bad knees, jump right on it. So I don't know, this might be the new winner. Anyway, this bike has a cadence and a torque sensor. you can cycle between both. You can actually choose which sensor you want to ride. Right now, I believe out of the box, it comes as torque, because if I put any pressure, hard pressure on the pedal, the bike wants to go. So I always put it in park. Somebody argued with me in the last video. It only comes with one. No, it comes with two. It has two sensors. You can switch between either one of them, just like the EP 2.0. All right, so let's get going. We're gonna read off from the GPS. We're gonna get going. I got it unlocked to go 28 miles an hour. We're not gonna pedal. We're just gonna book it. Man, this bike is smooth. I love the tires on this bike. I didn't think I'd like the 3-inch wide tires. I love them. The way they grip the road right now, 27 already on the readout, 27 on GPS. I'm actually going with the wind this time. I might only get 27 miles an hour. Hey, that's fine with me. It says 27.9 on the readout. Oh, 28 on the readout. Are we gonna get 28 on GPS? Keep in mind, I'm a big guy. I'm fine with 27 miles an hour, because I know that when I get up on this hill, we're gonna go a hell of a lot faster than 27. So we're gonna roll right, as long as I hit the green light, we're gonna roll right into a coasting speed test. Yeah, we're going 27 right now. What happens when I let off? 29 on GPS. And then it would drop back to 28. Here comes the hill. I got a little boost energy at 26 miles an hour on the throttle. 27. What an awesome bike, just the way it feels. It feels like a high-tech machine when you're riding it. It really does. It's a weird thing to say about a bike, but it does. 31 miles an hour on GPS. Let's let off the throttle and just coast. We're coasting 31, 32. 33 miles an hour. And it feels like nothing. It literally does. It feels like we're barely moving. That's how smooth this bike rides. Unbelievable. All right, we're just gonna ride now. We're gonna put this thing to the test. We're gonna put a little distance on it, go do some exploring, see what we can get into. How much to drop in? Man, it looks cool. When I was a kid, I'd have rode right down this. I'd have been all about this when I was a kid. That's cool. Skate park riding. Right up the hill like it was nothing. According to GPS, we are 7.9 miles from home. So I got one battery bar to screw around with before I got to start heading home, which is kind of scary in itself, being as how the entire ride home is uphill. So we're probably gonna wanna start heading home here pretty soon, but there's some things I wanna look at. Okay, so we have a little dirt trail right here that goes around the park. So let's say we take this with our street tires and do a little off-road. Maybe show you how the suspension works in here. Right there. Well, let's see how we do with slippage with tires wise. Suspension works great on this bike. Yep, not an issue with anything. Works good. So we're gonna head down to the park and maybe we'll do a little grass ride and see what it looks like in the grass. A little tight turn right down here. How are we gonna do on the tight turn? Can we stay on the pedals, Mark? Yeah, most definitely. All right, so we have a little grassy ride we're gonna jump into right here. We're just gonna ride to the park. See how it looks, see how it rides. Oh yeah, this is great, not an issue at all. This is a perfect off-road test for this bike. I'm going 18 miles an hour through the grass right now, and the suspension's working phenomenal. The back, everything, see now that felt kind of stiff to me because all I was doing was riding on the road. But now as I ride through here, I can feel the back shock absorbing all the pressure for everything I hit. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Yeah, this is totally awesome. Everything I've threw at this bike today was, child's play to the bike. I haven't had an issue with anything. Hill climbing, look, I'm climbing a steep hill. I'm not pedaling, just unreal. The only thing that would make this ride better today is if it was so freaking windy out here. Oh. What is this? You got one of these little paths out here? Can I ride a bike on this? I don't see why not. It's one of those little rubberized rock paths. Oh, it's just a little mini park. It's just a little jogging park. Bring your kids out here, sleep in the grass. Ride across the grass right here. Got up onto big hills like this and see what's up here. Like it's nothing. And then just leave the park. And when you leave the park, you bump into the house from Amityville Horror, because that's what it looks like. I think now, because it's so windy and we're so far away from home and our ride is completely uphill, that's probably where we need to be headed off to. I'll get to a nice flat area and we'll do some pedal assist tests to see how well the bike does on pedal assist, or see how easy it is to do pedal assist. But we're a long ways away and I'm down to 2 bars. This could get ugly. This most definitely could get ugly. I might have to have somebody come pick me up. You never know. We'll see. I don't even know where the hell I am, but I'll figure it out. All right, we're gonna drop it down into pedal assist 1. Well, let's go to 0. Let's see if we can even pedal this thing in 0. Let's drop it down to 3, and we're just gonna start pedaling. See how heavy this bike really is. All right, so with no pedal assist, it says I'm going 4 miles an hour. I find that hard to believe. But anyway, we're gonna drop into pedal assist 1. We're in gear number 1. But let's drop to gear number 2, or go up to gear number 2. 8 miles an hour. Pedal assist 2, gear 3. We're getting 9 miles an hour. Pedal assist 4, or no, pedal assist 3. Pedal assist 4. 10, huh? What's up with that? And pedal assist 5. There's my boost. We're climbing. Huh? 13 miles an hour is what I got on pedal assist 5. I also got tired because I'm on a hill. And it's been a long ride today. And we got to go all the way to the top of this hill. We only got 2 battery bars, and we're riding, we're riding against probably 30, 40 mile an hour wind. It's pretty rough. Probably 30 mile an hour wind, 20 mile an hour wind. I don't know. It feels like a lot. It feels like I'm being dragged backwards is what it feels like. Let me put my head down. Can a bowling ball be wind resistant? I probably look really stupid doing this. Whatever, it's fun. 20 miles an hour on the hill. By the way, this is the e-bike killer hill, but this is the e-bike killer hill with 2 miles added to it. Because the entire hill is just a long, gradual incline. And it just eats batteries alive on these bikes. And it just bogs down the motors. And luckily, even though it was a pretty warm day today, it's actually really windy. So if there's anything to get warm on the bike, it's probably cooling off pretty good right now. I need to stand up for a second. Oh, woo, rest a minute. let's nitpick now. Let's pick the things about the bike I love and the things about the bike I don't like. What I don't like is that I just dropped a 1 bar and I got a long ways to go. I don't like that. That's not good. The other thing I don't like is, even though it's got a big, wide, comfortable seat, it's still a little stiff. They could keep the width of the seat, but maybe add a little more cushion to it. Us big guys would appreciate that. I'm really just nitpicking right now because everything about this bike is pretty freaking amazing. We're gonna pedal assist it. I'm just gonna help it right now because I know if I don't, I'm gonna be pedaling a bike with no motor whatsoever all the way up a hill. And I don't think I wanna do that. I know, I might be walking. And then the one thing I really don't like about the bike is the 15 amp hour battery. I like to ride long distance. I like to go out and have fun for the day. It would be nice to have a 52 volt or 60 volt battery in this thing with 30 or 40 amp hours. So we can get a lot longer distance ride on that. But if you're just a weekend rider that goes out with your buddies or just wants to ride around with your kids, this bike is perfect. This bike is perfect in a lot of aspects. I've ridden so many folding bikes, and honestly, there's only a few that I really, really like. And I want to say right now, I want to say that this is probably my favorite one out of all the ones I've ridden. And that's because it has the step through. And it's just a cool looking bike. It really is. For a step through, for a folding bike, it really is a cool looking bike. So many features with the app. You know, the Find My Bike, the alarm system on it, just everything with this bike. The 2.5 hour flash charger. Come on, what e-bike charges at 2.5 hours? This one does. There isn't really anything about this bike that I can say I don't like, other than the nitpicky stuff I was just talking about. The battery would be a nice addition though, if they could throw a 52 or 60 volt battery on here with at least 30 or 40 amp hours on it. You know, I'm not asking for the 60 or 70 amp hour battery, just 30 or 40. Just give a big guy 35, 40 miles to ride. And again, I put this bike through the motions today. A lot of hills, a lot of grass, against the wind. If I was riding flat ground, if I were downtown Las Vegas or on the strip or anything like that, I would most definitely I got 13 miles out of this bike today, and I still got a bar left. I would most definitely get 25 miles out of this bike. Maybe even a little bit more, because I'm not putting it on all the stressful tests. But this is ENGWE, guys. And you need to go check out all the links in my description because this bike is amazing. And if it's for you, I'm sure there's gonna be a discount code down there. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Thank you, ENGWE. This bike is amazing. I will see you guys on the next one.